Hello my lovely people, welcome to another scrapbook process video. Today I'm going to show you how I made this layout using absolutely no patterned paper at all, which may sound really odd for a scrapbook page because patterned paper tends to be a staple, but this particular one there is not a shred in sight. So it originally transpired from a challenge which is a tic-tac-toe challenge, and it's a 3x3 grid if you've never done one before, with different elements on it, and you choose 3 of those elements from either a horizontal, a vertical or a diagonal line. I had glitter, black cardstock and washi tape, so that's what I've used on this layout. It wasn't necessarily intended to be quite so straightforward, but that's how it turned out, and it looks really good as an end result. The beauty about not having any patterned paper with it was really you start to think outside the box. How are you going to create this background? How are you going to create your usual layers? How are you going to utilise certain elements? And it is out of my comfort zone somewhat, but it was a really good challenge and actually makes for quite an interesting layout. Now, as you can see on this particular layout, doing the embossing powder, which is a glitter embossing powder, originally it did not want to melt. It just refused, and I also chucked embossing powder all over myself, so I had glitter and powder absolutely everywhere for weeks afterwards. If you've ever spilt embossing powder yourself, you'll understand what I mean. Thankfully this third round actually melted, so it meant I could actually continue on with my layout. What a clot. It really was. It was quite a clot. Now, the next thing I did was just brush off, remove any loose embossing powder, and as you can see I've got this background of stars. Now, I chose to use a photo booth set of photos from my wedding from several years ago, and I'm going to now use strips of washi. It really is that simple. It is just washi tape. And I'm going to stick that down. Bit higgledy-piggledy, there's no real science to it, it is just strips of washi tape. I then added my 4 photos from the photo booth. I never put things in a straight line if I can help it. I do like a bit of higgledy-piggledy to it. I feel it gives the page a bit more depth, a bit more texture, a bit more movement and flow. And strangely enough, after that, I added more washi tape, just tucking it under different areas, adding a little bit more here, a little bit more there, and I went with a kind of diagonal-ish line, ish being the operative word, and some of the washi tape refused point blank to stick, so I just went over it with my glue runner and got it stuck down. And finally I added a title up in the top corner, and that is just a word sticker, really simple, no thickers involved, nothing complex, just a word sticker, and that says happiness depends on us. That's all I've done with it really. Oh yeah, and a small rub on in a corner somewhere, but that's it. Now I really hope you enjoyed watching this come together, and if you choose to try it as a challenge and make a page with no scrapbook paper at all, with no pattern paper whatsoever, I would love to see it. Please subscribe to my channel. If you want any information, just drop me a comment, I'll respond back to you. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram as Inky Paws, or at www.inkypawsart.com. And I will see you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.